Hey everyone, welcome to the first video of 2023. Now we're going to get to this really exciting unboxing very soon. But before that, and more important than that, I wanted to take this opportunity to express my huge gratitude to all of you who over the past 10 plus years have been watching, have been commenting, have been liking, have been generally interacting with this community in general. I know it's a cliche for a YouTuber to come out here and say that it's you, the viewers, who keep me going. But when I think about that statement, I could not believe it any more than I do now. When I release a new video, there's this swarm of emotions that's unparalleled in any other part of my life. There's the anxiety over whether this video is going to be received positively or negatively by the community. There's these questions about whether I could have done some things better in the video, whether there are some things I did well. There's this excitement over what's the next video that we're going to put out after this. And at the center of all of these emotions is truly all of you, is the people who I am doing this for. And so for that reason, again, I'm going to say a huge thank you now and going forward in this channel to all of you. Couldn't have done this, couldn't have happened without you. Now, just before we get to this unboxing here, I also want to give you a sneak preview of what's coming to this channel in 2023. Now, what I don't have for you is a video by video or topic by topic breakdown of all the things we're going to be talking about this year. And the reason for that is, as I was talking about before, this is a huge source of passion and emotion for me. And so a lot of times I'll be doing my job, or I'll be watching another YouTube video, or I'll be out on a walk and I'll just see something and I'll say, that would be a really cool idea for a YouTube video, and I'll be working on that for the next couple weeks. So a lot of these things are truly unplanned, off the cuff, just things I find super cool, and hopefully you would find super cool as well. Now that said, what I will give you is the three big areas in which we're going to be making videos this year, the three big themes. The first of these themes is no stranger to this channel, and that is foundational videos on math, stats, and data science. That was the bedrock on which this channel was built, and unsurprisingly, we're going to be continuing to do that in the future. So for example, types of these videos that we already have on this channel are things like, what's logistic regression? How does a support vector machine work? What is Markov chain Monte Carlo? And so we'll be continuing to pick up those topics that we have not yet covered on this channel. Now the second big area is one that I'm super excited about, and hopefully you'll find exciting too, which is applications of these things in the foundational category. We've done a couple of these videos here and there, but I want to double down on them. And this is going to be crucially answering the question of, now that I understand what a support vector machine is, now that I understand how Markov chain Monte Carlo works, that's great, I understand it. That is an achievement in itself. But the next question is, well, when are we going to use this in real life? And this subset of videos, this theme of videos, will help answer those questions. What are the types of problems in data science which are best suited to certain methods that you learned? Which methods are truly used a lot, and which methods are kind of just taught to you and you probably will never use them except in really specific cases. And so this whole application category, and hopefully we'll find some really cool data sets on which we can apply these methods so you understand not just the application, but you answer some fun question as well. Now the third big category is the one that I am the most scared, but also the most excited about. And the third big category is personal videos. Videos that are me talking about my personal life and personal experience, being a student, being someone working in data science, just generally my thoughts on certain things happening in the data science and stats community. And the reason I am scared and excited about these is because I have done a couple of these videos in the past. I've talked about my grad school decision, I've talked about paying off your student loans, I've talked about videos like that in the past couple years. Not too many of them, but they've been there. But I haven't really quite found my voice yet in how I want to talk about these things. And so I paused and I was like, well, I really want to do these videos, but why am I so scared of making them? Where's this anxiety coming from? And I think what I realized is that, for example, on the opposite end of the spectrum, when you're teaching someone about logistic regression, I put a lot of thought into those videos as well. What's the right way to teach it? Which analogy should we use? How specific or general should we be? But at the end of the day, it's more of a binary yes or no of whether I'm teaching this to you correctly or incorrectly. Versus when I talk about a personal topic like my experience as a data scientist, or all the times I switched majors back in my undergraduate career, there's a lot of ways I could talk about that. And there's not necessarily one right answer, and that can be a little bit overwhelming. But I want to fight back against that. I want to work with that voice in my head so that I am giving you my personal take on these things about what choices I made in my career up until now, where I'm going from here on out, and why I believe those things and why I made those choices. Now, with all that said, this is also the theme. So if you think about these three themes, the theory, the application, and the personal videos, this is the theme where I'm going to need your help the most to come up with exactly what I should talk about. There's an infinity of things you can talk about in your personal life. We're all extremely interesting people with diverse and broad experiences, but I want to talk about those experiences that's going to be the most helpful for you all and your life going forward. So you can actually start by just helping me out and commenting in this video itself what kind of personal topics you'd like to hear me talk about in the realm of stats and math and data science and all of my experiences with those things. And so rest assured, I will read what you say and take that into account for when I make these videos. So that is a sneak preview of what's coming in 2023. And without further ado, let's get to this unboxing. So we got this nice black rectangle packaging here. Very cool. It's got a good weight to it. So we got a little notch on the bottom, which we'll just open right up here. Got some nice protective black foam. Very generous. And we have a letter from YouTube on some very nice cardstock, if I must say so myself. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I will read the first couple lines here. Do you remember your first subscriber? I think that was probably my mom. Your 100th, your 1000th subscriber. Chances are you do, and we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Actually, funny story about that. I actually do not remember my 100,000 subscriber. And the story was basically, I knew that I was going to hit 100,000 on a certain day. You kind of like project your trajectory of how many subscribers you're getting every hour or so, and you know it's coming. And that time for me happened to be well into the night, well past my bedtime, but I knew I had to stay up. If I didn't stay up, I was going to wake up the next morning and that counter was going to be above 100,000, and you know, you want to be there for the 100,000. You want to see, refresh the phone and see the 100,000. You want to be there. So I was in bed, I was like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm going to keep refreshing my phone. And what happened was, I think I was at 99998, so there was 2 to go, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it. Like, I just need to stay up for 5 more minutes or something like that. So I kept refreshing, and then I refreshed, and it jumped straight to 100,001. And of course, I was overjoyed. Don't get me wrong, I was over the moon. I expressed my gratitude to all of you, and that's going to be true. That's going to be the primary emotion. But there was that part of me that was just like, oh my God, I never got to see it be 100,000. And so, this letter, we know you'll definitely remember your 100,000 subscriber. I do not, but I remember my 100,001 subscriber. So, super cool letter. Oh, it's actually signed by the CEO of YouTube down here at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. Pretty cool. And now we got the big boy itself. So let's pull this out very carefully, because if I broke this, this would be a very different kind of video. Da, 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 da. Oh my God, it is super shiny. I think I need to hold it at this angle so the whole light box doesn't get on you. So, oh, this is actually a mirror. If I angle this right, I can actually see you. Hi. So this says, presented to Ritvik Math. Let me hold it here so you can actually see it. Can you see that? There we go. Presented to Ritvik Math for passing 100,000 subscribers. And then we got the little YouTube logo at the bottom. It's actually got a pretty good weight to it. Oh, and we got 2 hanging hooks at the back, so I can just casually hang this in the back when I take Zoom meetings at work. Oh, and the middle is a mirror, as I mentioned. If I hold this up, you can actually see yourselves right there, with that classic triangle play button look in the middle. I'm already getting fingerprints all over it. I'm gonna need to clean this off before I hang it up for sure. Man, this, not gonna lie you all, this feels really good. Physically, but also just emotionally, like, I don't know, like, you work on something for that long and it feels really good, I'm not gonna lie. And this is an accomplishment for all of us. I might be the one holding it, but you all are the ones that actually made it happen. So again, thank you. So let's see what else we got. We got a little note card. Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part, words. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Rick, right there. So Rick, if you're out there, thank you. Cool, and that's all we got in the box there. So I'm gonna end the video here before I start ranting and get really emotional and stuff. But again, I wanna echo again, huge shout out to all of you. Can't wait for what's coming this year. And please do comment below with all video suggestions. I especially would love to hear about what videos you wanna see me make in the personal video sphere. What really matters is that I'm delivering value to all of you. And so I can do that best if you help me with what exactly you wanna hear. So with that said, another video coming out in a couple weeks. We'll get the ball rolling with the new year. And Happy New Year, everyone. Wishing you health for yourself and your family and your friends. And I will see you next time.